I'm not a believer in any OPEC meeting. I believe they'll come up with an agreement. Do I believe that they will abide by it? Absolutely not. If you've learned anything from history, OPEC will always have agreements at almost every meeting. Every once in a while they miss, but they try their best to meet and have some agreement, but they never agree. They never abide by it. They always cheat, and they always shall.
Dennis, this is Seema. Good morning. Given the financial distress that Saudi Arabia is in, there is now this speculation that they will be the driving force behind this OPEC meeting and really try to rally some of their peers in the OPEC, amongst other OPEC countries, to get a cutback in production. Do you think that cannot happen?
It can't happen. Yes, Saudi Arabia finds itself in very dire fiscal straits. But what's interesting to me is that the deputy crown prince, who's a very bright young man and probably the most powerful person in Saudi Arabia, understands completely that oil in the ground is a wasting asset, that technology is going to run by crude oil over the course of the next 15 years or so. Something else will take its place. He understands that fact, and he knows that he's better off getting a price, whatever price he can, for whatever he can get out of the ground at whatever time he is able to do so. Certainly he will try to come up with an agreement. Hopefully they will get some sort of rally. It will clearly be short-lived in nature, and they will be sold into. But if we've learned anything in the course of the past 40 years of watching OPEC, they come up with agreements, and everybody cheats all the time.
Dennis, yesterday, if we look at equity market moves, we saw the likes of Google and Amazon, some of the tech names that had originally suffered in the post-Trump rally in a relative sense. They both did very well. Does that suggest that some of the other winners now need to pull back a little bit?
Well, what has been the winner since last Tuesday when the market skyrocketed after the news of Mr. Trump's election victory? Steel has done well. Materials of any sort, as I like to say, the things that if dropped on your foot will hurt. The very basics of economic activity all had a huge rally. Can they have some sort of setback? Of course. Did the high-tech stocks get beaten up in the past 7 days or so? Yes. Are they having a short-term rally? Of course. But on balance, I think over the course of the next several weeks, several months, and perhaps even the next several years, you want to be a buyer of the stuff that goes into economic goods, steel production, copper, aggregates, cement, the things that are incumbent in infrastructure, and you probably want to avoid high-tech if at all possible. I think that's the lesson we should draw from Mr. Trump's acceptance speech and his comments upon infrastructure.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.